this is Ethan Musolin, the Merchant of Success. Welcome to this program, Business and Social Etiquette Secrets Exposed. First of all, I would like to thank you for having invested in this program. It means so much to me because without you, then there's no one to talk to. So I just wanted to say it from the bottom of my heart how I appreciate and honor your time, your money, and attention, because this is my dream. You're helping me live my dream, and hopefully you're also getting some value out of this, which you definitely will, regardless of how much money you invested in this and how much time you'll benefit from this. So let's move on to Module 1. Let's talk about the introduction to business and social etiquette. I like that definition in that when we talk about etiquette, we really mean ethical and socially acceptable behavior regarding professional practice or action among the members of a profession in their dealings with each other. So meaning, first of all, it is ethical and it is acceptable. So those are the key things you have to remember. Meaning, is your behavior ethical and is it acceptable? And in that case also, is it also respectable at the end of the day? So why etiquette in the first place? You might be wondering, why should I even spend time listening to this or watching this or reading this, so to speak? One is that etiquette helps people have successful interactions with others. If you don't operate in socially acceptable standards or business standards, then people will cut you off. I know that there are people who are shunned away because of the way they behave. And this could be in business or social situations, it does not matter. So for people who do not know how to interact, they find themselves living alone, having less money, no jobs, sometimes dying single. And if you're single, that's not the situation I would want you to be in. Apparently, the team that is recording this, I think they are all single, but of course my prayers go out to them. And I know they are smiling at me, but having said that, good news is that they seem to know how to interact with people. So I know they won't die single. Now, but besides that light moment, the key is to know that when you interact with people successfully, then you increase your chances to succeed in life, definitely. And of course, it greases the wheel of interaction. Assuming there is a wheel, let's just assume this is a wheel of interaction. So when you have etiquette, then this wheel will move so easily and quickly. And besides that, you also stand out from the crowd. I've seen situations and moments. Let's say someone comes to join a certain table, and assuming there are 4 people, and only one of them stands up to welcome this new guest, guess what? That person instantly has stood out from the crowd by following a certain principle in etiquette. By the way, that's something you should always do ideally. So someone new comes in as a guest, stand up, shake their hand, welcome them, show them respect. It shows that you care. So that's an example on how you can stand out from the crowd and why you should consider business and social etiquette. The other key is that it gives you a competitive edge. You find yourself getting promotions. You find yourself being the one invited for social events. I'm not a party guy, but I was watching a video one day, and this gentleman was talking about how when he improved his social interaction skills, he started being invited to parties. Why? Because people want to associate with personalities that have a certain level of class and a higher level of being and interacting. And this gentleman had already, demonstrated that. So besides business, it could even be in social matters. You could have an edge because you are known as someone with finesse and class. And when that happens, hey, watch out. The invitations might start flying in left and right. Besides that also, when we talk about, say, promotions and being called upon, and also let's remember promotion is not just, for example, at the job. It could even be that you're being promoted out there because of who you are, because of your classy behavior. The other reason why you should master business and social etiquette is that you'll be able to close more deals. As the saying goes, people buy you first before they engage in your product or service. So the question is, whom are they buying? Are they buying someone who does not pay attention to how they relate, or the opposite? The one who is really classy and wonderful in the way that they interact with people. So that should be a motivator for you if you're in business. And when we say close deals, it's not just business. It could be a deal as simple as come be part of our party. So if you're inviting someone for a party or for a fundraising or for any event, that is called closing a deal. But will they follow someone who does not seem to have great social and business skills or great business and social etiquette? No, your chances go low if you do not have those particular skill sets. So that should be another motivator for you. Next is, I want us to talk about the 3 principles that govern all etiquette, regardless of where you are, whether it is business or social or religious, doesn't matter. Here are the 3 things. 1 is consideration. Are you considerate? Let me give you an example. I remember one time we were in line having a buffet. It was a long line. So the first 2 or 3 guys, I think they were from the same vicinity, or they were close friends. So this guy was serving food and he had a huge heap of food. I mean, even his face was almost disappearing. So here is a question for you. Now, one might say that he was hungry. But the other question to ask is, was he considerate of the people behind him? No. And is that proper business and social etiquette? No, not at all. So please remember, when you go out to feed and you're picking up a buffet, be considerate enough. Make sure you have, acceptable amounts of food. Even if you are as hungry as a lion, please manage yourself, because you don't want people starting to laugh at you. And in fact, recently I was at a huge event, an international event. So I was seated with some friends of mine, and then one lady made a comment, jokingly, but matter of fact at the same time. So what she said, by the way, out of curiosity, are you able to see that guy's head? Because this guy had a huge heap of food. So that's something to pay attention to next time you are out feeding in a group. The second key is respect. Are you respectful of people? For example, when you walk through a security checkpoint, do you thank people? Once you're done, you say, oh, thank you. A gate man opens for you, do you say thank you? Or you just whiz through with your car, or you just walk through as if this person doesn't exist? As a matter of fact, there is a good friend of mine. I taught her the principle of being simple, courteous, and respectful to people of all kinds. She used to be proud, and then she started greeting people. So her workmates, they go to a certain spot for lunch. And the rest of the team, when they are being served, they don't greet this team that serves them food. But that great friend of mine always does greet them. And one time she got feedback that she's the only person that greets them and that they appreciate her so much. And as a result also, whenever she needs anything, even if it is just a raise of a hand, they come dashing to serve her. Why? Because she respects them. So remember, we talked about consideration. The second one is respect. And the third one, the third key is honesty. Are you honest in your dealings? Are you the kind that people can trust? Are you the kind that people believe that whatever you say should be taken as the absolute truth from the surface of it all, or they have to dig deeper? When you have that level of honesty, then lots of opportunities will open up for you. Now, the 3 phases to pay attention to. 1 is before you leave home. What are those things that you need to do? Secondly, where are the office? What are those key things that you must pay attention to when you are with your workmates? And number 3, outside your office, let's say outside your office premises or at lunchtime, like the example I gave, or at cocktail, what are those key dynamics that you must pay attention to? And in the next module, I'm going to give you more details on those sorts of things you should pay attention to when you are, or before you leave home, during working time, and outside the working space. For now, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. 1, am I honest in my dealing, in what I say and what I do? Number 2, am I respectful of others, whether they are my superiors or people below me in the rank? And number 3, am I considerate in all my dealings? When you do that reflection, then you'll be ready for the second one. I will see you in a moment.